Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class animated universe Optimus Prime. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, we have Transformers Legacy United. And then on the front, Aiden Up, Takara Tomy, Generations Transformers, Animated Universe Optimus Prime, and then a little bit of an open window. See, it's plastic-free packaging. Except for tape and glue, I'm sure, and these straps. But anyway, a little window there. And then some nice artwork of Optimus in his alt mode Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, a barcode, recycled stuff, and includes figure and 2 accessories. Then on this side we have nice artwork of Optimus in robot mode, wielding his big ol' axe, and then some Cybertronian writing there. On the other side, some nice anniversary, 40-year anniversary Transformers artwork for Legacy United. So, very cool. Then on the back, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, Animated Universe Optimus Prime, and then nice digital renders of the figure in both modes, 25 steps to transform. And then here we have that 40th anniversary logo again. And then some more small fine legalese made in Vietnam print. Warning! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. It's authentic and Hasbro. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure in his alt mode and accessories. And first up, we have the handy dandy instruction manual 8-up Legacy Transformers Legacy United Animated Universe Optimus Prime. Some nice line art of Optimus. Then on the inside, clearly illustrated, mostly easy to follow directions. And you can see it's all line art, and then, you know, the manipulated parts are colored. And then first up we have his axe, hose gun, whatever you want to call it. I do think the way that they disguised this in the original set of figures, at least the one my daughter had, they did a much better job with how this hooks on in the alt mode, at least as far as I remember. The other piece they're calling an accessory. I don't feel like they should really call this an accessory because it's an actual piece of the figure that you do have to put on. And it pretty much, once you get it on there, I mean, you can pull it off, but why would you, and what other use does it have besides being his siren? But there's a port here, and then there's a tab slot here, and then there's a post here and a tab on the back. And this is much easier to do, not on camera, but there it is. You just line them up and give it a good push. Now, as far as the vehicle mode goes, this is not my favorite Optimus Prime alt mode. but it's okay. It's a mixture between a rig cab and a fire truck. So there is that. And again, the sirens on here, they look nice. I do believe they're molding this translucent plastic, maybe two different ones, or maybe it's white and then they paint it, but that doesn't seem right either. So there it is. It is what it is. I can't really tell you what it is. Stickers for all the windows so you can't see in, so that's nice. Nice red up here, nice black down here, and that nice classic silver stripe. Nice paint apps here for the headlights. And then you got some paint apps right here, but that's mainly for robot mode. And you can see there's a little bit of gappiness and pieces showing and stuff going on. And again, this is okay. It's kind of like the Bumblebee. It's okay, but it's not super. And I really wish these guys would, from the animated series, get a little better treatment than what Hasbro is giving us. He rolls pretty good. And then as far as the storage for the accessory, you have several posts here to choose from and several positions in which to put them. I just kind of like this one because it keeps it mostly out of the way, even though, you know, there's some overhang there. And there you go, my friends, a look at Animated Universe Optimus Prime in his alt mode. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here we have Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime with the Transformers Legacy Evolution Animated Universe Deluxe class Prowl, and the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe class Bumblebee. Here we have Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our program where I attempt to transform this Transformer. So let's get started. First thing we want to do, let's get the old axe off of there. And then this might not necessarily be how the instructions show you to do it, but let's go ahead and undo the legs, and they tab in at a couple of spots. Right here is a slot, and right here are the tabs for it, and then here is an open slot right here, and the tab for it is right here. So that's not always so clear in the instructions. And now I can't even get this one off. It's tabbed in there so well. There it goes. So finally. Alright, and you can see this came untabbed. There's a tab here and a slot open in the back here. And they say just to snap it together. I don't like to do that. I like to pull them apart, because it helps with the wear and tear on those tab pieces. So next thing you want to do, there's a tab here and a slot here. You want to connect those up and do that on both sides. Then here, the feet are on a double hinge. So let's undo those, and then we can move this side of the leg up, and then this hinge up, and not untab it like that. And then up here, there's a tab right here, and then there's a slot right here. And those go together. Or at least they do if you get it all lined up. And then with the foot on this double hinge, you want to push this flat piece all the way back. And then close the foot up. And then we want to do the same thing over here on the other side. Just kind of work that. So it goes into that tab, and then we'll fit that. Alright, there is the bottom half of Optimus Prime all finished. So now let's open the front of the cab here, and you can see there's two tabs here and some tabs here, and they line up slots here and up here, and it's on a double hinge here and here. And then this piece is on a hinge here and here. So you just kind of move that back, and it just kind of frictions into place. It doesn't really have, well, I'll say it doesn't. There's two tabs right there, and there's the two slots for it right there. So once we have that done, let me see if I can remember how to do this. We want to move him like this, and then on this joint right here, let's go ahead and spin it around. And I think that's how you do it. And then these pieces right here, they will unsnap right there. You see the tab here, and it just kind of snaps into place here. And we'll undo that on the other side as well. And then I do believe these pieces spread out like that. And this whole assembly right here, you want to move down. And we'll do that on both sides. And then once you have that in place, there's tabs here, and then there's slots right here on both sides. And you want to try and line those up if you can see what you're doing. You know, if you can see what you're doing, not like me. Alright, I think that got it. Then this piece right here, you'll fold it on up, and it just kind of goes into place. And you'll notice there's a piece here that looks like it's hinged, but it's really not. But it does have two little spots right there that these little holes fit on, those little bitty pegs. Or at least they're supposed to. And maybe I got it in there. So then once you've got that done, you'll see there's two tabs right here, and you see these angled slots right there. That back piece just kind of goes over, and those tabs should slide right into it, unless it's like mine and it's just a little tight. So there, we've got that. Then you want to straighten these up, unfold them like so. And come on, what's the matter with you? It does not, the arms don't like to go that way. So then once you've got those straightened up, you open this piece up on the inside of the forearm, flip the fist out, and then put it right back into place. And the same thing on the other side. And how about that? There is animated Optimus Prime, all transformed. Let's take a look at the figure and its accessory in robot mode. And here we have the axe again, and I don't think that I spoke a whole lot about it, but it looks like this part of it, and it goes through here, and then this piece is clamped onto it. But it looks like it's made out of this translucent blue, and it even goes back around to here. And then we've got some nice silver paint apps here. And then this is molded in color. Pretty much the rest of it is molded in color. So, not too bad. And it also has a feature where it pulls out and becomes a long pole axe. Is that the right name for it? I don't know. But the handle does extend, so there is that. Now if I can hang on to the figure. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. And I have to say, that is a pretty nice face sculpt. Although I do wish this one had a feature where it also had the masked piece to it. And I don't think I'm missing anything. I just don't think it has the battle version of the head, which kind of sucks. They could have at least like gave us an extra head too, where we could pop it off and put on whichever one was appropriate. But very animated face. It does remind me of that unmasked Optimus Prime head, and it's got some nice paint apps in there, some blacks around the eyes, some silver there on the nose, blue for the eyes, and then looks like a lighter blue maybe for the face, and then it's got some silver paint apps there on either side. And I said earlier that these windows were stickers. They are not. They are actually transparent. These are not, but these on the chest are. But you can't really tell it too much in the robot mode, or in the vehicle mode for that matter. But when you're transforming it, that's when you can tell. And then paint apps here for the lights, and then right here at the hips. And that pretty much covers the paint apps that we didn't cover in alt mode, but we've got these here in the Autobot Tampo there, and then these on the side again, which we covered in robot mode. Well, let's take a look at his articulation. He looks up that far. He can look down that far. He doesn't really have any chicken neck. It's kind of, well, I say that, he does have just a little bit. And he's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, he does get a full 360 degree rotation, although he doesn't like it. He can raise his arm up right at 90 degrees, it looks like. There's a cut here at the upper bicep on a mushroom peg for another 360 degree rotation. It's a double hinged elbow, mostly for transformation, but in the case of an elbow, we'll take it. And if you don't tab it into place, he gets that much. Then at the wrist, there's a little bit of waggle there because of transformation, but not really. But he does get a 360 degree rotation, and that is on both sides. Now at the waist, he does have a cut there for a full 360 degree rotation, and that came untabbed. So I don't like when that happens. At the hips, he gives you just shy of the full splits, and he can kick forward that far, which is, well, with the knee bend here, it's better than 90 degrees, and backwards, not quite as much. Does have a cut here at the upper thigh on a double mushroom peg. It gives you a 360 degree rotation. Single hinge at the knee. It gives you that much bend. And then at the ankle, if you want to count that, it's mainly for transformation, but we'll count that as back tilt, and we'll count that as forward tilt. And so that's pretty cool. And then he does have a hinge here for rocker, and it'll give you that much rocker. Now, for his axe, he's not holding it. There's a port right here in the middle of the siren. And, well, I say it fits on there. It didn't want to, did it? So it does go on there, but it does make him a little bit back heavy, but nothing he can't handle, it seems. So there is that, and then if he's holding it, he can hold it, you know, one-handed like that, or you can extend it out and rotate the wrists. Well, you might have to rotate more than that, it seems. And it just doesn't want to. It shows it on the box, but it does not want to really hold it that way, does he? Doesn't seem that way. Unless I'm just doing it wrong, which isn't 100% unlikely. But there you have it, my friends. A look at Animated Universe Optimus Prime. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, Robot Mode Comparisons. And here we have the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime with the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe class Animated Universe Prowl and the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe class Animated Universe Bumblebee. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime, I have to say it's an okay figure. Kind of like the other Animated Universe figures in the Legacy line. And that's not to say they're bad figures. I don't think it's a bad figure at all. In 3D form, they present a lot more childlike, I suppose, or like children's toys than what we're used to with the Transformers line. And they're aesthetically supposed to look like that because it matches the animation. And I realize a lot of people might think, well, you know, animated is really childish. And you know, that first season probably was a little bit, but like most Transformers, at least modern Transformers show, they start out really kiddie and then just kind of progress more adult. Not that this one was really an adult cartoon. None of them are really adult cartoons, but geared more toward the adult audience that's actually watching for the most part. Now, I wish the axe was a little bit different so that it connected in truck mode a little better than what it does. It's not really disguised too well, at least in the original toy, at least the one my daughter had when she was watching the show and wanted an Optimus Prime. And I don't remember which class it was, but it was like the deluxe, whatever the bigger than deluxe was. I don't think they were calling them Voyager at the time, but I could be mistaken. But hers, you know, the axe became a water cannon that aimed out the back, and I do believe that it rotated a little bit on there. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've looked at her action figure there, so I don't really remember. I do remember, though, it did have a feature of the mask springing up into place when, you know, he was going into battle. The faceplate would come up into place, or it would slide over into place, or slide down. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it did, you know, it did go into place, and it was permanently attached to the figure. And again, that's not to say there's anything wrong with this one. It's an okay figure. I think probably that the Transformers animated line did it better. And that's just my opinion, though. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Now, if this is your first animated Optimus Prime, you know, again, there's nothing really wrong with it. For the most part, it doesn't even have any waffles, except for you can see some waffles right there on the back sides of the arms, the upper arms, the lower part of the upper arms, where the mushroom peg is. But as far as waffling goes, this one figure is pretty darn good about not showing it off. And he has good articulation, and the transformation is okay. It's not my favorite. It's okay. It's not, it can be a little frustrating, especially your first couple of times doing it, and you're not trying to look at the instructions while you're filming a video. So it can have that factor of a little bit of aggravation, but it's not overly difficult. And it's not all that fun, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But again, overall, I have to say I'm glad I got this guy. I'm glad that the animated characters are getting some love. Now we just got to start seeing some Decepticons, like maybe a Leader Class Megatron Hasbro. Leader Class Animated Universe Megatron would be awesome. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoy making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.